Now, our feature presentation.
What you are about to hear may be offensive to some portions of our listening audience. If you are easily offended by references to normal human bodily, social, and cultural functions, please exercise your right to control yourself and stop listening now. That is, tune out, turn off, on, or up if you're into this sort of thing. And now, for our feature.
Understanding your radio is important. The controls are simple to operate, the most important being the channel selector. The radio should be equipped
with your favorite radio station, Big Mama Radio. You are waking up right now with that Rise and Grind Morning Show. What is really going on, ladies and gentlemen?
Good morning. Good morning, good morning.
It's today the Rise and Grind Morning Show is going to be renamed just for one day. I'm going to call it...
What?
I don't know yet. Darlene is out. Darlene is out. She's off today for personal reasons, and hopefully we'll be back tomorrow. I'm having a hard time getting my levels right. Give me 1 second.
All right.
Today is Beautician's Day, Forgiveness Day, National Chocolate Pudding Day, and National Barcode Day.
Barcode?
Yeah, that's when barcode was created.
When you get a tattoo.
Big and fatty in the morning. The 4th of July is a week from Thursday, just so you know. A week from Thursday. A week from tomorrow is the 4th of July.
Already?
Right. It's going to be rough for you guys. We're not going to be here Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Monday.
You're going to be sad.
Ariana Grande turns 31 today. Jason Schwartzman, Asteroid City in the Hunger Games, celebrates his 44th birthday. Derek Jeter spent his entire 20-year career with the New York Yankees, turns the big 5-0 today. Country singer Gretchen Wilson hits 51. Sean Hayes from Will and Grace turns 54. While we're in the neighborhood, Nick Offerman and Chris O'Donnell are both 54. And Chris Isaac celebrates his 68th birthday today. So there you go. If your birthday is today, that's the deal. That you are celebrating it with all those amazing people. Today we have a pretty good show that we're going to throw out for you today. We're going to talk about a lot of things. We'll talk a little bit about the Wade Wilson verdict. We're going to talk a little bit about the death penalty. We're going to talk about all kinds of crazy stuff that's going on in the world. Plus, we will hopefully be able to slip in Seeking Closure, Lee County's cold cases, the next episode, which is Destiny Bocanegra, and we'll talk more about that coming up in just a little bit. But right now, let's go ahead and stretch it out. tipsy. What's really going on, ladies and gentlemen? Good morning. Welcome to the Rise and Grind Morning Show. Here's what's really going on. Cardi B says she has plans to do an upcoming album in Spanish.
Oh.
There you go.
Caliente.
4 sources tell NBC News that former President Trump could announce his running mate as soon as this week.
Who do you think it's going to be?
It's very amazing. All the people that didn't like me before now want to be my running mate. I wonder why that is, because you realize you were wrong to begin with. I'm going to invite you into my office. I'm going to sit you down. I'm going to make you admit you're wrong, and then I'm going to tell you you're fired. They crunched the numbers. Caitlin Clark's presence accounts for 33% of the total WNBA attendance in 2024.
What?
Right. Take her out of the game, and it's right back to being non-relevant.
Right.
She has changed that league for sure. Shifty Shellshock, the singer of the rap rock band Crazy Town, Butterfly,
Yeah.
has died at the age of 49.
No way.
No cause of death was given, but he has passed away. Shifty Shellshock, may he rest in peace. With Amazon's 10th annual Prime Day event coming up, they've hired Megan Thee Stallion to help promote it. And we now know the dates, Tuesday and Wednesday, July 16th and 17th. It's not a big deal anymore.
No.
It's like, we got a Prime Day again.
Okay.
Like, it used to be a big deal. You would wait all year for it. It was like Black Friday, but they made money on. They're like, let's do 2. And then they made money on 2, and they're like, let's do 7.
Every day is a prom day. Every day is Prime Day. I didn't even know there's a difference anymore, so I always feel like they're always on Prime.
Right. It's always a Prime Day.
Yeah.
Trying to beat them to the punch in your dollars, Walmart announced their Walmart Days promotion will run from July 8th through the 11th on their website and app. I love that. Prime Day and just Walmart's like, we'll just call it Walmart Days.
Yeah.
Bill Nye the Science Guy is going to get his own star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Well, he's among a class of 30 celebs who will get their honor next year, including Jane Fonda, Jessica Chastain, Colin Farrell, John Carpenter, Bill Duke, Robert Englund, Emilio Estevez, Nia Long, Lisa Liu, Fran Drescher, Lauren Graham, Molly Shannon, Sherry Shepard, Courtney B. Vance, Chris Wallace, Trey Parker, and Matt Stone.
Are they just giving these things away? They got a whole lot of people on there.
Everybody get one. Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan have begun filming the sequel to Freaky Friday. More on that in a moment. Krispy Kreme has come out with some special donuts with a 4th of July look, plus on the holiday itself, customers who stroll in wearing red, white, and blue to participating Krispy Kremes will get a free original glazed donut.
Oh, nice.
A new flavor for Coke, Coca-Cola Spice, their first new permanent flavor in 3 years. I bet it ain't permanent.
No.
Yeah. Experts say your foot can give you clues about your health. For instance, if it's missing, you have diabetes.
Yeah, that's a good indication.
A study found that chimps self-medicate with plants, so that's right, kids. Curious George was a stoner, man. He was curious, like, what's this going to do, man?
No wonder he's always so happy.
Right. Donald Trump, I challenge President Biden to a pre-debate drug test. This could be bad for Biden. It could show he's hopped up on Werther's Originals for an entire month. It's been crazy. He hasn't stopped. Grandpa hasn't stopped eating them. That's just an old guy. Here. Oh, let me turn that off.
How much testosterone do you think they both got in there?
I don't know. This is going to be an interesting debate, to say the least. Hooters has shut down about 40 restaurants recently, and your local Hooters is shut down. At least you have your memories of it.
Aww. Memory.
Will Smith will debut a new song on Saturday's or Sunday's BET Awards. I've never heard more talk about something than Will Smith's new song on the BET Awards. I'm not surprised. We know the guy's capable of delivering hits.
Smackdowns.
Jeremy Renner is on the cover of the new issue Men's and Health. He says he can't do those action movies anymore after the snowplow accident.
Really?
Yeah. He spoke to them right after rejecting the offer from Tractor and Plow. Oh, that's horrible. Poor taste, Big Mama. Bad, just bad. And last but not least, ESPN had such strong ratings for the Stanley Cup.
Uh-huh.
Huge. Massive. So Pornhub is jumping on the hockey's popularity with the release of the new video, 2 Girls, 1 Stanley Cup.
Oh.
Oh.
2 girls, 1 stick.
Hey. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is what's really going on this morning. I do have the Wednesday morning scroll coming up next. We're going to talk about a Georgia probate judge. We're going to talk about the Hells Angels and so much more next. Hold on. I can't press it. There it is.
The Extreme Florida Roofing Extreme Stream.
Hey, it's Nicki Minaj.
I'm Little Uzi Vert.
What's up, y'all? I'm Jessie Merck.
It's your boy Jelly Roll. Playing the big hits. Big Mama Radio. Looking for exquisite jewelry that stands the test of time? Look no further than John Michael Diamond & Jewelry. For over 30 years, they've been the go-to destination for high-quality jewelry and personalized designs in downtown Cape Coral. At John Michael's, they're not just retailers, they're craftsmen. They have a skilled team that handle all your jewelry needs right there on site. Whether it's crafting the perfect diamond engagement ring or breathing new life into your treasured pieces through repairs, repurposing, or customization, John Michael's Diamond & Jewelry has got you covered. Discover their wide range of services tailored just for you. Browse through their exquisite collection of fine jewelry. Dreaming of a unique piece that reflects your style? Let our talented in-house jeweler bring your vision to life with our custom jewelry design services. And don't forget to check out the Mother's Day sales going on at John Michael's Diamond & Jewelry. Swing on into John Michael Diamond & Jewelry today at 1331 Cape Coral Parkway, or give them a phone call at 239-549-2099. Open Monday through Friday 10 to 6, Saturday 10 to 4. John Michael Diamond & Jewelry, where passion meets craftsmanship. When it comes to building a better community, there's one name that shines brightly: Titan Contracting. Not only are they masters of construction, but they also are dedicated to giving back to the very community they call home. What's up, everybody? It's me, Big Mama, and I'm going to tell you Titan Contracting's commitment to Southwest Florida runs deep. It's evident through their unwavering support of local causes, through initiatives like the Tommy Bohannon Foundation and the Bobby Holloway Jr. Memorial Fishing Tournament. They're making a real difference where it matters most, right here at home. You see, Titan Contracting just isn't a construction company. They're community builders. Their roots are strong, and that's why they've been passionate about giving back since day one. So when you choose Titan Contracting for your next project, you're not only choosing excellence in construction, but you're also choosing to support a company that's deeply invested in making our community the best it can be. Join hands with the Florida Strong team at Titan Contracting. Visit their website at yourtitanteam.com or call 239-791-8225. Titan Contracting, building dreams, building community, one project at a time. Are you in need of reliable expertise for your marine projects? Look no further than Inland Marine Group, the trusted source since 2009. With a wealth of experience in marine project due diligence, design, and build, they specialize in marina planning, permitting, and construction management. Homeowners, they've got you covered too. Their expert team can assist with residential dock, seawall, and boathouse design and construction. Inland Marine Group is the go-to for regulatory agencies, providing valuable project input and expertise. Don't wait any longer to get started on your marine project today. Visit their website at inlandmarinefl.com. Inland Marine, the official sponsor of Fishin' Fridays on Big Mama Radio. They say Southwest Florida is the lightning capital of the world. So it only makes sense that the firm that knows Southwest Florida the best is Lightning Realty Group. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or rent, Lightning Realty Group is a full-service brokerage. They even offer complete management services for your property. So put them to work for you. Lightning Realty Group, taking Florida real estate by storm. 239-201-2951 or lightningrealtygroup.llc.com. The Extreme Stream. Thanks to Extreme Florida Roofing.
It's the #1 hit music station. #1.
Big Mama Radio.
Scrolling up. Scrolling down. Checking your Instagram. Scrolling up. Scrolling down. Checking your Instagram. Scrolling up. Scrolling down. Checking your Instagram. Instagram. Instagram.
I just saw on my actual feed that Byron Donalds posted that Wesley Hunt, Byron Donalds, Sage Steele coming to Atlanta June 26th. They're all going to be in Atlanta for the debate.
Oh.
And they're saying that the running mate is going to be in Atlanta. And I know that Byron, I think, is throwing a diversion because he's the king of that.
Yeah.
Right? He's the king of... But we may be wrong. I mean, we could have had the future vice president sitting right here in our studio. I don't know.
That's pretty cool.
We're going to find out.
Figure it out.
Georgia probate judge cuffed and arrested for battery against cop.
What?
A foul-mouthed Georgia probate judge allegedly pushed an Atlanta cop twice outside the Red Martini restaurant and lounge and then refused to identify herself after she was arrested, according to police in the body cam footage. Douglas County Judge Christina Peterson, 38, was cuffed and placed in the back of a cop cruiser on June 20th for battery against a police officer.
What's going on?
So there's a video of it, but I don't want to stress through that today. No. Entire Hell's Angel chapter arrested in California in kidnapping and assault probe.
A what? Assault probe?
Right. The entire chapter of the Bakersfield, California Hell's Angels Motorcycle Club was arrested as a part of a kidnapping, robbery, and assault probe. Though those arrested include 5 active members of the club's Bakersfield chapter, as well as 2 others who are members of the Sons of Hell, a motorcycle club that answers to the Bakersfield Hell's Angels chapter, the Kern County Sheriff's Office said in a statement. Law enforcement officers seized 25 firearms, an unspecified number of rounds of ammunition, and gang regalia, according to the statement jointly released by the U.S. Bureau of Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives. The arrests, which took place Tuesday morning, were the result of joint investigation by the ATF, the Sheriff's Office, and the California Highway Patrol. One of the 7 suspects, John Vaughn, 37, was already in custody as a result of other charges. The others arrested were named Ricardo Alvarez. It sounds like that guy snitched.
Right? Yeah.
Vaughn and Seeger are members of the Sons of Hell, and according to the statement, the rest are said to be members of Bakersfield chapter of Hell's Angels. They have not been formally charged. Allegations leading to the arrest include kidnapping, robbery, and making criminal threats, false imprisonment, assault with a firearm, participating in criminal street gang, criminal conspiracy, intimidating a witness, a victim, and an elder abuse. Law enforcement said in a statement those are some of the charges. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. The Hell's Angels has been arrested. It's crazy in California. Not only did that happen in California, but also simultaneously, a Fresno police chief resigns after investigation into alleged affair with officer's wife.
Oh, great.
Imagine your boss
Great.
banging your wife.
Yeah.
Like, we got a problem, bro.
That's a tough day.
Right?
First,
First, we gonna have an issue, all right?
Right.
Because you're gonna want to fire me, and when that happens, I'm free to whoop your ass.
Uh-oh. 2 cops going at it.
Right? You better. Damn. But it looks like the Fresno police chief, Paco Balderrama, who had been under investigation since February following allegations he had an affair with an officer's wife, resigned Tuesday morning. City officials announced that the investigation had been completed and that Balderrama had submitted his resignation effective July 25th, which we do believe the resignation by the chief is the best interest of the community, the police department, and our employees, as well as as Chief Balderrama and the families involved, given the intense media scrutiny that this matter has received at the local, state, and federal levels. Mayor Jerry Dyer said Tuesday in a news conference, in a particular case, it would have been even more difficult for Chief to be able to maintain that trust of his officers and the community. Balderrama informed the mayor and the city manager in February that an allegation would likely be made against him related to an inappropriate off-duty relationship he was involved in.
Yeah.
At least he came forward before his boss, his superiors, or the county found out, you know? They're like,
Or maybe that was the ultimatum.
The news has ignited city officials called media circus. While I cannot get caught in the specifics of the investigation, I am able to state that this allegation was not sustained and the evidence to the contrary was presented, White said. I saw a time at, look, he banged his
Yeah.
another officer's wife. Like,
Yeah.
That's
Not
just
that
horrible.
it doesn't happen often, but saying it's not unusual in that department.
That cops bang other cops' wives?
Yes, absolutely. I got a letter. Okay, so for my
Oh,
previous
this is great. What do you
life-
got? Your previous life?
My previous life, I was married to a cop. Yeah.
Were you really?
Yes, I was. Here, locally.
Really?
Yes.
I had no idea. Look at what we're learning today. This is crazy. All right, so what was that like?
So that was interesting.
A cop or a sheriff? I just want to know.
Sheriff.
All right.
So one of the letters that I had gotten when we first, he started working there was, just so you know that we have a 75% divorce rate when it comes to law enforcement and their spouses and stuff. And I was like, this is the weirdest letter. It was just like a general letter that they send to you. And they're like, we offer support, we offer counseling, we offer all kinds of stuff because this is very common. It does happen a lot. It says about 75%.
Wow.
I was like, wow, that blew my mind. And yeah, it did happen. So I'm on that boat.
All right. Did you hook up with another cop?
No, I did not.
All right. I was just asking if you were. I didn't know which way it went. I had to ask.
Went the other way.
I didn't know. I didn't know. Maybe you were the floozy. I don't know. It was in your previous life. You could have been the floozy.
Maybe not.
Did you think
I'm
about
sure I
getting
could have been.
revenge?
No, not
Oh.
really. Not really. But I did have a lot of interest from other deputies that come once they hear that you're single. Everybody comes out of the woodwork. Doesn't matter what you look like. Doesn't matter what day it is. They all come out. They're like, oh, hey, I heard you're no longer anymore over here. Hey, I saw you. Hey, I saw
Other
you.
deputies?
Yeah.
That's scary, man.
Yeah,
That's
it's
like
weird.
right.
It was very weird.
Wow. Like they've been waiting in the wings for a long time.
I think they just all do. They just do it for everybody
Oh,
and anybody.
come on.
it's
That's
like
horrible.
a moth to a flame. It's like, whoa, it's available. Jump on that.
I had no idea that it, but I guess it would be hard to be married to a cop.
Yeah,
I mean, they're never home.
yeah. That
When they go to work, you have to pray that they come home safe. What a stressful job.
yeah, it is. It is. And then you get kind of paranoid and weird about stuff.
How was it? Was it amicable when you guys divorced, or was it mean and gross?
No, we never, ever fought. Ever.
Right? Did he
So,
follow you after the fact?
A little
No?
bit. A
Little
little
bit?
bit, but
Yeah.
not a whole lot. But I'm also kind of weird. I can ghost like the best ghoster ever.
Right?
Like-
I can disappear and you can't even find me.
You can't find me.
And I'm next door. And I'm watching it hysterically as you knock on the door, and I'm next door and you can't find me.
Right. That's me.
I love that. A beloved Missouri canine officer died after reportedly being left in a hot car overnight following the end of a shift in Savannah. The Savannah Police Department confirmed to Fox News Digital that Canine Horace died on Thursday after completing his overnight shift. On Thursday, June 20th, the Savannah Police Department and the entire community suffered a tremendous loss. Canine Horace had served a member of the Savannah Police Department. Well, I want to know what his handler is. Horace's death is currently being investigated, Savannah Police Chief said. Due to this being an open investigation, there is no further information released until the investigation is complete. The entire department would appreciate your thoughts and prayers as we deal with the loss of our partner. The Andrew County Prosecuting Attorney's Office is deeply saddened to learn of Canine Horace's passing. We're grateful to him, the service our community. I've requested special investigation to the Missouri State Highway Patrol. I'll wait the result of the investigation prior to making any determination of necessary action. The name of the law enforcement officer responsible for Canine Horace's death has not been released, and as it is an ongoing investigation.
How do you forget your dog?
That's horrible. That's not your dog.
Yeah.
That's your
That's
partner.
your partner, yeah. How does that happen?
It's horrible.
Yeah.
It's tremendously bad. I couldn't even imagine. First off, my dog ain't going to let you ever forget him in a car.
Right.
Like, where are you going?
Right. He'll be
We're
in the
here?
front seat
Where are
already.
we at? Where are we at? Are we getting out right now? We're getting out right now? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Where's somebody at? Where's somebody at? Got a snack? Are we at McDonald's? Are we getting food?
Pounce, 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 pounce.
Right.
Pay attention to me.
Speaking of dogs, by the way, you can raw dog your next flight attendant if you like.
Oh, what?
It's a TikTok challenge.
Excuse me?
It's a TikTok challenge.
How is, no.
Raw dogging your flight attendants.
How is that? Okay, what are we saying here?
I don't know. I just want to keep saying raw dog your flight attendant. I don't want to. I never read the story because I just wanted to read the headline. Moving forward.
Oh, my goodness.
No, I'm just kidding. Do you get bored on long flights? Then raw dog your flight attendant. What if you stopped fighting and just embraced the boredom? TikTok's latest challenge is called raw dogging a flight or barebacking it, but it has nothing to do with sex. People online, mostly men, are posting videos of themselves intentionally avoiding all entertainment for an entire plane ride. The only thing you can do is just stare at the flight map on the seat back screen in front of you, but some don't even do that. The real diehards won't eat or drink anything or even get up to use the bathroom. It's mostly a dumb challenge, but some claim they tried it and actually prefer it now. They said it's almost like meditation. They just stare straight ahead, listening to the engines, and zone out. I'm asleep.
Yeah.
I can do that, but I'll be asleep. The engine noise just put me to sleep.
Right. So they think that it's cool to do what we used to do back in the day when we didn't have nothing.
I think somebody
Like,
wanted to
this is what
create
we
a
did.
challenge that they could call raw dog or bareback.
Yeah, they just like.
Hey, you want to do the raw dog and flight attendant? Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
How do we do that?
Do it.
Don't raw dog your flight attendant.
Don't do it.
Just not nice.
No.
All right. I don't understand what you're supposed to raw dogging. What is that? Staring at the flight attendant? It didn't even talk about what it
Yeah,
has
what
to
do
do
you
with
do?
a flight attendant. It
You stare at a
stared
map.
at, right,
That sounds boring.
right.
They can keep that.
I always go straight for the Bloody Marys. Bring me a double Bloody Mary.
Maybe they can
Times
raw dog
two.
the pilot.
They're like, sir, you're only allowed to have one double at a time. Okay, bring me one. Go to the seat behind me, and before you leave the seat behind me, bring me another one because I'll be done with the first one.
Do they really regulate you like that?
This is a
Really?
great story. You want to hear one of my favorite stories ever?
Tell me.
This is before 9/11, so just understand that
We had more.
more freedom.
Freedom.
You had a lot more freedom. You
Yeah.
could bring a fifth on a plane.
Yeah.
Like I took a fifth on a plane to Tampa in '99. I took a fifth on a plane from Tampa to Vegas, and me and 9 dudes drank it.
Yeah, we could have hairspray and snacks.
Right,
It
all
didn't
kinds
matter.
of shit.
It didn't matter.
So me and my boy Byron Kennedy, he's a comedian now. He was my boss at the time. And we're doing radio in Phoenix. And he was like, hey, man, there's a big bad boy release party for Total. This is in like 97, right?
Okay.
For Total in New York. You want to go? And I was like, yeah, I want to go. Let's go.
Yeah.
And he was like, all right, let's go. They're going to pay for the flights, get the rooms, everything. We're going to stay at the Reha Royale. Like, there was all these, like, celebrities in the hotel. Like,
Bunch of perks,
it was a great
yeah.
deal. We get on the plane. He looks over at me, and he goes, by the way, Byron Kennedy looks like Beetlejuice. That's the guy we looked up that one day.
Yeah.
Right? He goes, I hate to fly.
Oh, no.
And I was like, you hate to fly? He's like, yeah. I can't do it. And I was like, what? Bro, what are we going to do? He's like, I don't know. And I go, let's drink. He's like, yeah, let's drink. What do you want to drink? And I was like, Bloody Marys. He's like, all right. We drank every bottle of vodka on the plane.
No.
The waitress, the waitress. That's what she became eventually. The stewardess came over to us and was like, flight attendant, my bad.
Yeah.
Comes over and said, in 97, they were still stewardess.
Yeah. This is, remind yourself that this story came back
Right.
from the primitive times.
Right. Comes over and says, we're all out of vodka.
What?
You drank the whole plane out of vodka.
You know how much vodka that is?
Right.
That's a lot.
We had 30 bottles
You went through other minis?
stacked up on we didn't give them back. We wouldn't let them take them. We stacked them up like beer bottles.
Oh, my God.
And when we got off the plane, we were annihilated. Annihilated.
Were you
Because
like
because
frat
here's the
boys?
deal. When you fly, you can drink more.
Why?
Because your body,
Okay.
the altitude gives your body a different tolerance for booze.
Really?
But then when you land, it hits you like a train.
It
Like
goes back up to your head?
wham! And it just punches you in the face.
Oh, my God.
It's happened to me twice in my life. When I got out of the military, I went from Anchorage to Seattle, and we landed in Seattle. I don't even know where the fuck I was.
Oh, my God.
The difference between 1990 and now
Yeah.
is they took my drunk ass to the next plane.
Right. Yeah.
They
now
didn't
you-
arrest me
Now you'd be on
or,
a
or
no-fly.
no-fly list.
Yeah.
They took me in one of them carts, took me to the next plane, and I went from Seattle to Minneapolis. And then as we're landing in Minneapolis,
Did they roll you onto the
so
plane?
I smoked at the time. I smoked cigarettes at the time,
Yeah.
and I dipped because I was just getting out of the military, right?
Uh-huh.
And so we take off from Alaska, and as we're flying, as we get up in the air, the guy I'm sitting next to had just got off what they call, what are they? It's the oil rig. So he worked on an oil slope, right?
Okay.
They work 6 months on, 6 months off.
Oh.
So he was just starting his 6 months off. Well, when you get done with your 6 months off, they give you all your money.
Oh, so he was.
So this
pocket full of
this
cash.
dude had a knot like this of hundreds, right?
Yeah.
And he goes, "Do you drink?" And I was like, "Yeah."
What kind of question is that?
He goes, "We're gonna drink Jack Daniels, man. You want to drink with me? I'm buying." I was like, "Well, if you're buying, I'm drinking whatever the heck you're pouring." I said, "I just got in the military. Let's celebrate." So we start drinking, and I'm probably the drunkest I've ever been in my life. And we land in Minneapolis, and I'm like, I can't, or in Seattle, I'm like, I can't get to my plane.
Oh, my goodness.
They're like, sir, get on the cart. I was like, all right. And I would normally go smoke a cigarette.
Yeah.
But you can't because they're not going to take you outside to take your drunk ass to smoke a cigarette,
Don't
right?
tell me you were on the little.
So I put a dip in because I had a dip, and you can dip anywhere, right? So I was like, I'll just dip. I'm good, right? So thank God I don't do that gross habit anymore.
Oh my God!
And we get to the plane in Minneapolis. They take me to my seat. It's on a 747 from Seattle to there. You ever been on a 747?
I don't even.
It's
know.
like 6 seats in the middle and 3 seats on both sides. So it's a massively wide
a big
plane.
row. So, yeah,
a ton of people. Okay. I'm in like seat 3 in the middle of the big 6-row suite, right? They sit me down, right? I'm like, all right. The plane takes off. The motor sounds. I'm drunk.
No.
We land in Minneapolis. The plane hits. And just like some planes do, they kind of bounce a little bit when they hit. Boom. The dip flew up out of my lip that I fell asleep with and right into the back of my throat. And I woke up with a dip on my back of my throat. And I'm like, and I grabbed the puke bag. And I fill up 6 puke bags across this row with Jack Daniels throw up.
Oh.
The entire plane now smells like a bottle of Jack. Everybody's looking at me. The good news is I walked to the next plane because I was completely sober by that moment.
You're fun to travel with.
But,
Got a pocket full of puke over here.
oh, God. Everybody's around me like, I'm like, give me another one. I'm folding them up because they got those little folds on them, so you can give it to the flight attendant, right? You know they close.
You're trying to make it pretty.
I'm folding one while I'm puking.
I'm being respectful. I'm putting the little clips on it.
There's like an old lady 2 seats over. She's like, "You'll be okay. Just sleep it off." She tapped me on the back, and she had that Minnesota accent because we were in. She was like, Don't worry. Don't you know? Don't worry. Don't drink. Like, I don't know. It was crazy. It was a good time, though. To say the least, I will say it was a hell of a time.
Thank goodness this was back in the day because you would be in so much trouble.
Right.
Like, forget it.
Look, let's talk about, I mean, we can talk about that all day long. We can talk about this on a Way Back Wednesday, if you want to call it. Look, if social media was around when I was in high school,
No.
I wouldn't have mentally made it. I was already bullied until like my sophomore year.
Yeah.
And it would have been a horrendous freshman year for me.
Really?
And so, I mean, I'm sorry, my sophomore year I was bullied. Junior and senior year I was solid. I figured it out. Mm-hmm. You know, you figure out your groove, you figure out your click, you roll through. Somebody else is smaller than you that comes in because the sophomores come in. Right. So there's somebody new that they're going to whoop ass on. And I was a wrestler. So I didn't really get my ass whooped. I just got into a lot of fights. Oh. And they weren't, and because I always felt like I needed to defend myself because I got picked on. I don't know. Redheads weren't cool until the guy came on and said gingers have souls. Redheads weren't cool back in my day. Bottom line, they weren't cool. It was like, oh, you got red hair, oh my God. Like, look how pale look out, it'd be middle of summer, I'm pale as shit. I lived in Ohio. Mm-hmm. You don't, like, you just don't go outside that much, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Down here, I got color to my skin. But up there, I was the palest, and I'm still pale, but imagine me 3 times as pale.
You would have been very exotic in Miami. We didn't have a redhead kid.
Right.
I think we had one.
But no, they would have picked on me. They would have created, I would have been an outcast then.
No, my best friend was the redhead.
No.
She's cute.
Girl.
Yeah, she's cute.
Girl, that's a different story.
She's very cute.
and it also matters what color eyes the redheads had back in my day.
Hazel, she had.
If you had blue eyes, you were an outcast.
Yeah.
If you had green or brown eyes, you were in the clique.
Yeah.
You had a different. You were cool.
Oh, I didn't know that meant a difference.
I didn't know that either, but it was very cruel. My sixth grade was super rough for me. Seventh grade was super rough for me. Eighth and ninth, not so much. Once again, they were I went to a junior high, so there were underclassmen. So I found my niche. I got in with I got in good with all the administrators. Like, I learned networking in eighth grade.
Yeah.
True story. Learned networking in eighth grade. I was great friends with the vice principal, who would call me out to have lunch with. Would call me out of class. This dude would be like, hey, you want to eat some pizza? I was like, yeah, cool, we're ordering a pizza. I don't want to eat alone. And I would eat pizza with this dude all the time. I used to run 5Ks with the principal. All the science teachers were good friends. My English teacher went into freshman English so she could continue to teach me. I just had that network thing down at an early age.
If they only would have known about all the puking you were going to do in the future in the airplanes when you were out there.
But imagine if Facebook would have been around. If Facebook would have been around, it'd have been toast for me.
Aww.
Because you would have got picked on worse, or even worse yet. Like, truth be told, I didn't have my first real girlfriend, I don't believe, like until sophomore year.
Really?
Like, I had girls like girlfriends and girls that I kissed and I ran around with, and like I'd ride my bike over to their house and shit. That don't count.
That don't count.
No, when you go on dates and you're part of something, like, it was like my sophomore year, and like I fell in love with this chick, and like I dated her my sophomore, junior year, and then sent her on her way on junior year because I got cheated on for a year.
Oh.
The whole time I dated her, I was the side dude and didn't know.
No way.
My first.
No. Oh, that's awful.
I was the side dude for my first.
No wonder you have drama.
Right, we can get to this. Let's get into
Let's
get into this real quick. Right. This is the point of
Found it.
Right, we found it.
That's it.
Right, we just found the thing that's caused all my problems all my life. There it is. There it is. Let's not get into that anymore, though. That's starting to make me feel uncomfortable. I'm just saying.
Let's talk about you puking on planes some more.
All right, no, let's do that.
Sometimes he thinks crazy things. Most of the time, those crazy things are thought of in the shower. It's Big Mama's Shower Thoughts.
It's a little weird that it's just you and I, but I'm okay with it. Will you wash my back? No one ever scrubs my back. I always feel like
Nobody ever does. I can tell.
You know what they need? They need something you hang on your bathroom wall that you rub your own back with. I know they got a back brush. How do you wash your back,
Like
Betty?
a wall?
How do you wash your back?
With one of those scrubby things.
You got a back scrubber?
Yeah.
Do you really, or are you just telling me you do?
I just want to be special right now.
Yeah,
Get
yeah.
attention.
You say you got one. You ain't got one. We all want one. But them damn things mold so fast that you throw it away and you don't get another one. Yeah, I get it. I had one once.
I like those things those cows have, like the brush on the.
That's what I'm saying.
You just do that.
We might be on to something here. I mean, we truly might be on to something, Betty. I mean, I'm telling you right now.
Could be a thing.
You stick it to the wall with suction cups, right?
Yep. There you are.
Right? You put your
shimmy
soap on
on
it, and then you shimmy on it.
Shimmy.
Well, that's the shower shimmy.
Shower shimmy.
Shit just happened right here, guys. If you use that, I swear to God, I got a recording of this, and I will sue your ass.
We did it first.
It's copyrighted now.
I'm sick of looking at his dirty back.
All dogs can smell drugs. The hard part is getting them to snitch. Shower thoughts. And if a morgue worker dies, they'd still need to come in and work on one more time. If a morgue worker dies, they still need to come in to work one more time. Think about it. Shower thoughts.
Awful.
Humans must be very confusing species to wild animals. One minute a human might be trying to kill them, and the next minute another human is trying to help them. We are the least consistent predators on the planet. I love you.
I don't like fuzzy. Fuzzy and cute.
Shower thoughts. People don't really want to go back in time when the world was simpler. They want to go back in time when they didn't understand how complicated the world has always been. Shower thoughts. If you could run most relationships backwards, they would actually be more romantic. First, strong hatred, followed by trying times, then ending with crazy, passionate love and desire.
Yes, it would be like The Notebook.
By the way, did you hear about this?
What?
I got news about The Notebook that is crazy, and I got it coming up in about 10 minutes.
Really? I love
If
that.
elevators hadn't been invented, all the CEOs and important people would have their offices on the first floor as a sign of status.
Hell yeah, I ain't walking nowhere.
The man who invented the internet is 80 years old now. If you see him walk down the street, you'll think he's just another old dude who doesn't know how to use the internet.
Oh. Shower thoughts.
We laugh at dogs getting excited when they hear a bark on TV, but if a TV was a nonstop stream of unintelligible noises and then someone suddenly spoke to you in your language, you'd be pretty startled too.
Mine does that with the Ring. Anytime somebody like rings a doorbell on that sounds like the Ring doorbell on TV, my dogs go nuts and run out to the front door. Every time.
Birdie sees dogs on television and will watch them and try to get to them, and he barks at them. No cartoon dog, real dog, no any kind of dog.
Really?
I don't
Only
understand
dogs?
it, and most people say dogs can't really see television.
Yeah.
Birdie can. So Birdie starts barking at the television. She knows it when it's a dog. She'll bark until the dog's off the screen, and the whole time Kobe's barking too, because Kobe only barks because
she's doing it?
Because she's doing it. Kobe doesn't have no effing clue what he's doing.
He's
all right?
a follower.
He's like, "Row, row, row." And then he tries to start, and he's fixed, but then he feels like he needs to start humping her.
Like we're
And I'm like, what are you doing? Because she's barking at the TV, you feel like you need to hump her?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Kobe. That's my special
Oh,
dog.
Kobe.
I love him.
He's
Night
cute.
before a day off is more satisfying than the actual day off, just so you know. Shower thoughts.
That is actually the excitement.
Lamps in video games use real electricity. I've told you that one before.
Yes.
You know you're getting old when your parents start disappointing you instead of you disappointing them.
I don't like being old.
As a kid, a wiggling tooth is exciting. As an adult, a wiggling tooth is terrifying.
I just think about dollar bills right there. Like, how much is this going to cost me?
Right. Why we sleep, our brain makes up stories and then gets scared of them.
Yes.
I was having the most crazy dream last night.
You dream a lot?
And I was narrating to somebody like a game show of some kind that was like the Hunger Games, but not like it wasn't to the death. And I was like hosting this game show, and I'm like, why am I doing this? And I kept asking myself that because I don't really dream. If I do dream, I don't remember it. And usually I used to for a while. I felt like I tell this story, people think I'm crazy.
Tell me.
I could leave my body. And I could go somewhere else for a while. And I would always go to places where women would read. I would always go into a room where read. And I could hear all their conversations, but I couldn't participate. And then for some reason, it went away.
Do you go to the same place all the time when you were doing that? Or would you go to different places?
No. And I never knew the person. Never once did I know the person.
Really?
But I would remember it. And I could even remember the books they were reading and things like that. But
Say your previous life.
And now it doesn't happen anymore. It was very weird. I had this. I felt like this is where everybody thinks I'm crazy, and this is where they're like, see, I told you he was fucking crazy.
I've got questions though.
I used to feel like I had a much broader open energy that I could see more and feel more. Like I used to empath everybody. I don't empath as much anymore, but that's because I've had some bad experiences and I've really kind of blocked that energy. If I go into a room and someone's super sad, I still feel it.
Yeah.
If I go into a room and there's a bad person in the room,
Yeah.
I immediately feel it and will leave. I don't care. If I have the energy because I empath that, I can feel, there's somebody here that's got some very negative energy. We need to leave this area.
Right.
Because it just comes over. I felt it when my car got stripped in a parking lot of a mall. I was getting a haircut. I said, stop cutting my hair. I have to go right now. And I got up out of the barber chair and I went out. My car was stripped. And I'd only been in the chair for like 8 minutes.
What? That's crazy. So when you were traveling, you would visit these people, were they different eras of time? Or
No.
Or was it all?
All present time. So they were the three that I like. There's three that I remember that I kept going to see that were at bars reading. They were at a bar reading a book, and I thought that was weird. And then a lot of times people are just at a table, like a table with chairs, and they're reading a book, and I sit in the chair next to them.
Are they aware that you're there? Or
No, and I try to, and I'm always trying. I don't concentrate on why I'm there for some reason. I always try to communicate with that person.
Yeah.
But I was never able to. I was never able to communicate, and
So interesting.
but I could see myself leave my body, and then all of a sudden it was like, without a lack of better words, like some Star Trek shit, like you, and I would be somewhere else, and I would be like I would no idea where I was, and I would actually, I remember when I would go to sleep, when I would start to get into this zone, and it wasn't dreaming because I would come out of that and then go to sleep every time. I would come out of it, think about it in my mind, open my eyes, and then go right to sleep. Like, it was so draining. It was a lot of energy to do this.
Yeah.
So my body couldn't stay awake afterwards. And I would, this is so crazy. I hate telling this.
No,
it's
me.
true,
I love
but so because it really happened. And so you would leave, and then I would go somewhere, and I would just be there. And I would tell myself before I would lay down in like the meditative state, I'd be like, "Where are we going today? Let's find out."
Yes.
And I would
That's
just
good.
and I would go into it, and we would leave. And maybe it's because I don't do that anymore.
But that's good that you can control that. You know how long it takes people to be able to control
Right.
that intention? Like, that's incredible. That's
Right.
like really far advanced. To be
I'm
honest.
super intuitive when it comes to energy, and I think that's one of the things that you and I are very common alike. And you know, I love him to death. He's a great friend of mine still to this day, Gary Spivey, and he taught me a lot about energies and how to manifest and how to meditate and how to get. It's really the secret, and I know that we've had this discussion before. But when you unlock your energy and you open yourself up to things that open these gates, I guess what is the best way for me to put it, then you become you become more enlightened. You become more in tune with everything, including money.
Yeah.
I don't stress about money because I can manifest it.
Yeah.
And I know I can. And so, there was this video my wife sent. And this girl's like, you know why I don't worry about money? Because money's out there, and you just grab it. When you need it, grab it when you need it, and then you spend it.
Yeah.
And it's just a big recycle.
Right. It's not yours.
So when you need it, it's there. You grab it, and then you recycle it back in. It's not yours, and it's not anybody's. It's just the way we communicate almost. And so, yeah, that was a crazy time. And I really haven't done that.
I love that.
But it might be the whole reason behind it not happening is A, I don't go in with the intention of doing it.
Yeah.
B, I've become so overwhelmed with work that I've almost forgot how to meditate. Like,
But think about how much time we spend on sleeping. And if that is a way that you can create things to happen in your awake life, like, we're just throwing away a lot of time. That's
8 hours a day,
hours.
1/3 of your life, you sleep
Yeah.
it. You sleep it away. Sleep money don't make money, and I don't like to sleep.
So imagine you can get all that and harness it and do the things that you can put those seeds in and actually manifest things and create things in your real life. I love that idea. I actually bought a book. It's so funny that you're talking about it. I bought a book about this yesterday because we were talking about books, and I'm like, you know what? I haven't bought a book in a while. And I actually got one that was exactly about that. So it's like a 20-day guide of like how to set your intent and how to actually use that sleeping time to create future things. I'm like, I love that idea.
For me, it was, I meditated for the answer to get this to go, to get to this to be self-supporting, so I didn't have to put any of my own money in it. All right. And my goal was to get it with, because it'll last forever now. Like, it'll go, this will be on for as long as it needs to be now at this point. It's good to go. Like, as long as we want to do this, it's here.
We're solid.
And so, I couldn't find the key. And I kept calling it the key. And I said, hey, what is the key? What is the key? What is the key? I don't know the key. I need the key. I need the key. So I would meditate every night, and I would ask for the key. And I said, I know it's not a physical key, but I need the answer to this solution, this problem, because this solution takes me to the next level, and I already know that. So I have to get to the next level. Like, I know what the next step is.
Yeah.
Where I'm going now. I already know where it is because I'm 4 steps ahead when I manifested. Now that's going to run out, and I got to get back into it. But I know what the next step is, and I know where the step after that is. But then I'm out. So I needed that. I meditated on it, and I believed in it. And you can think I'm as crazy as you want. I don't even care what you think of me, to be honest. But I'll be 100% real when I tell you, when you connect and become one with your energy, then you're able to manipulate that energy.
Well, it flows easier because you're not against it. So
Right.
when you're flowing
And-
together.
And some of you might connect with your energy and realize that it's not the best energy in the world. You can change your energy too. Because once you connect with yourself, look, I haven't always been, everyone says you do so much for the community. You do so much for everybody. You do anything you want. For 14 years, did bike rides and shit like that. All the stuff that I did. That's all great and dandy. But before that, I had to find a way to get the bad energy out of my life.
Right.
And there were so many things that were causing bad energy, and sometimes they come and go. Like you'll have, somebody's listening right now or watching on the Extreme Stream who will talk about an ex and call that person the bad energy. Everybody's had an ex that's bad energy. And you got that person out of your life because they were bad energy. All right. Now, you could say they were a bad person. They were abusive. They were lazy. They were drug addicts. They were alcoholics. Whatever. They were just a bad significant other.
Right.
That's bad energy. So you had to get that out of your life to make yourself better. Well, if you still haven't got better, there's something else feeding bad energy into your life.
Right.
And you've got to identify those things in order to get to where you want to be, because it is truly, man, I'm ready to go. You got me going now. It's truly up to one's own decision where they go in life.
Right.
Nobody else is responsible for your future except for you.
Right. And
Only you can make it better. Only you can work or be lazy enough. You dictate the energy that goes into your life. Only you.
That is very true. We have some people checking in on our Florida Extreme Stream. And we have Gladys says, this is such a great story. Jamie says, you should really get Gary on here.
I made a promise that I wouldn't. It's the only promise. It's the only promise I made. Not to them, but to him.
Gotcha.
So if that makes any sense, if you guys understand that. I said the one thing I won't do is that. And I'm going to keep that promise to my friend.
Yeah.
Because that's a promise to a friend, and I'll keep that one for now.
But he has a very good reputation, from what I understand.
He's an amazing man.
Yeah.
What he does is next level. And maybe I'll still get him on. Maybe I'll just break that promise. Fuck it.
A quick interview.
Well,
Tell Betty everything she needs to know. Go.
Well, there's so many people that thought he was. I always tell this story. When you want to know if that man's real, my mother lost a ring that was one of the. She has a ring for each grandchild, and she lost one of them, and it was killing her. She didn't know where it was, so we called Gary, and Gary goes, "It's in the big bedroom, inside a box. I know it's there. I can see it as plain as day." So she was like, well, all the big bedroom's my bedroom, and I've already unpacked that room. And she goes, no, that's not the big room I'm seeing. And the big room was the room I stayed in, the big room.
Oh.
And it may have, I don't know why he called it the big room, but she went in there, and within an hour, she went down in a box, and there was the ring. And it was as clear as day. I had a chain, and I still wear it. If you see me wear a dog tag, all right, that's a Gucci dog tag. Dr. Modi was a great friend of mine. He was the team doctor for the Tampa Bay Lightning. He was for the Tampa Bay Storm and everybody. Like he was a sports doctor and a great person. And he passed away. But the last time I saw him, I had like this $45 dog tag on from the mall that had the radio station logo on it that I worked at, right? And he had these Gucci dog tags on. And I was like, hey, you want to trade dog tags? He's like, yeah, let's trade. So he took my $50 tag and gave me these $300 dog tags,
Oh, my
right?
goodness.
Now, I lost one of the tags. I don't know where it went, don't ever know, but I still have one in the chain. So I took the chain after he passed away, and I wore it with anything else I wore. Like, I would put, like, a cross, all kinds of stuff on the chain, okay? And because I always wanted to keep Dr. Modi with me. And I lost it. And I was stressed. And I couldn't find it. And I was like, Gary, I have a problem. I have a chain that I can't find. I told him the story. And he was like, it's in your jeans. I was like, I said, I'm going to let you know for the first time in your life you're wrong. Before I even got off the phone with him, I said, I need you to look again. And he was like, why? I said, because I just personally did all the laundry and put all the jeans away. So they're not in my jeans. He was like, oh, it's in your jeans. And I was like, yeah? He was like, yeah. So I went home. This was on the show. Went home. Pulled my jeans out of the closet, and I went through the pockets, and the third pair of jeans, there it was.
Shut up.
In the pocket of the jeans. Now let's fast forward one more story with Gary Spivey. And I'm going to tag him so he can
A
see
lot
this.
of people on here are loving this, by the way. I got some comments in here for you.
So Gary Spivey then has a yacht, and he has it parked in Sarasota at this time, right? So we go up and spend some time with him in Sarasota. And me and Sarah are with him. And he's got a few guests, and he's decided he's going to do readings with his guests and stuff on the yacht. So Sarah and I go sit down with him, and he goes, and Sarah goes, we want to have a baby. Well, we have a baby. And he goes, it's such a hard thing to read. He goes, because there's so many things variations of this that, you could have a baby, but you could lose the baby. So I will see the baby, but he goes, there's so many, this is very hard. So he sits there for a second, and then he goes, you'll have two, and one will be a boy, and she went, he was like, twins. You'll have twin boys. So we're going through IVF, and I'm going, and the whole time I'm thinking this will be crazy because it's so common.
Yeah.
For people to go through IVF to have twins. Right. Because what you do is you get a choice of how many you want to implant. How many you have 7 embryos. Do you want to implant 1 or 2? Oh. And everyone goes with 2 so that you guarantee 1 takes, right? That's not even a guarantee, but it's better odds. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And people used to do 3 or 4. They won't do them anymore because people are popping out 3 or
have, like,
4 kids.
Yeah.
Like you could put 4 in and have 4 kids.
Ooh, that's a lot.
So we put 2 in, and they both took for the first 2 weeks, and then Finn was like, no, I'm the only one in here.
Right.
And no one else.
Me.
It's just me.
It's going to be me.
So we had twins for a very short period of time, but then Finn was born. It was a boy, and he was so he even told us the struggle. He was like, it'll be a struggle with great success, and it was something that I look. You can call whatever you want to call. You can call it amazing luck. You can call it whatever you want to call it, but damn. Now I will say, I don't think he can read everybody.
No,
and I think he has some people he has to kind of generalize through.
Yeah.
But if you're in him face to face and you're talking to him, he can read your energy. And I've asked him questions like, do you ever read somebody you don't want to read?
Yeah.
Like you don't want to have that energy? He goes, all the time.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, but if they're paying, I tell them what they don't want to hear.
It's like you're gonna hear it regardless. Here you
Right.
go.
I mean, that's just the way it is.
Well, you can't control that either. Like what you're allowed to say and what you're not allowed to say by whatever you're seeing. It's not like you get to make a
just
call.
amazing. Just so you know, and I'll work to try to get him on for maybe
I
one
love
segment.
that. We've got a bunch of people checking in, by the way.
All right.
So we have Lisa's Big Mama's TED Talk. Love it. So and good morning, my friends from Angie and Jamie. Jamie really likes Spivey. She says it makes sense, though, what you're saying. Dion also said he is awesome. And Jamie also said she's talked to him before, and he's really good. So we've got a good Gladys says she got chills. A lot of people miss him. They like him a lot. So he's got a lot of fans on here.
He does. Oh, wait. Let's get into this because I want you to hear this story. This I told you about. I don't want to miss it before we miss the top. So,
Welcome to the juiciest and most electrifying segment of your day. It's time to spill the tea, dish the dirt, and serve you the hottest celebrity scoops. From A-list drama to red carpet secrets, we've got it all. Grab your coffee, turn up the volume. Big Mama Radio's Celebrity Chronicles.
Gina Rollins from The Notebook.
Yes,
You love that movie, right?
I do.
Life imitating art in a tragic way. Gina Rollins from The Notebook is suffering from Alzheimer's disease.
Aww.
Just like her character in the movie, she's 94 years old. The news came from the director, who also is Gina's son. He says, quote, she's in full dementia, and it's so crazy. We lived it, we acted it, and now it's on us. Casavetes also apologized for being the one who spilled the beans years ago about Rachel McAdams and Ryan Gosling hating each other on the set. He claims the interviewer caught him on a bad day. It all worked out anyway because Rachel and Ryan ended up dating. So there you go.
Aw.
Sad day for the Notebook fans.
I feel like I'm gonna get that. Like that's gonna be my fight.
My mom has it right now as we speak. Dementia.
I know. So hard.
My sister's doing her best. Hallmark is making a Kansas City Chiefs-themed Christmas movie, Holiday Touchdown, a Chiefs love story. No, it's not Taylor Swift related. It's premiere later this year during the Countdown to Christmas.
Countdown to Christmas.
Bandwagon Rider.
Already.
Life is like a box of chocolates. Tom Hanks and Robin Wright are starring in a movie called Here, and it takes place in a single room over the span of 100 years. The camera never moves. Their Forrest Gump director, Robert Zemeckis, directed it. The camera never moves.
So everything just happens like.
It's like watching a movie on a surveillance camera. Pass.
Yeah. There's only so much that can happen in a
Tom
movie
Hanks always
room.
tries to do these movies. This one is not going to work. Look, ever since you did a movie where you were the only person in it,
Wilson.
all of a sudden you think you can do this again.
Outcast is like.
No, do not do some stupid shit with one camera movie. There's no way this is going to be good.
No.
No way.
And if it is, I'm going to be very impressed.
Right, I'm going to be very impressed.
Very impressed.
And I will eat my words and apologize for this day.
You win every
Whatever
award
day.
ever made.
Right, whatever day it is. I don't even know what day it is.
Pick a day.
June 26th.
Car payment's due today.
I hate thinking about that shit.
Dang it.
If you could sing like any female singer in the world, who would it be?
Ooh. Any singer in the world. Adele.
Number 5 on the list.
Really?
Number 5 on the list. Here are your top 10 female singers people wish they could sound like. Aretha Franklin, Stevie Nicks, Lady Gaga, Dolly Parton, Alicia Keys. Your top 5, Adele. Kelly Clarkson.
Oh, Kelly, yeah, she's got a good one.
Mariah Carey.
All right.
Number 2, Celine Dion.
Yeah.
And number 1, your favorite, your long distance request and dedication.
Casey Kasem.
Here's Whitney Houston.
I used to
With
listen to that shit all
I
the time.
Will Always Love You.
Oh, my God. That was like my Saturday morning right there. Flashback.
Right. I'm Casey Kasem, and this is your long distance request and dedication.
Oh.
Betty writes in, I really miss my dog. My dog was a great friend. Well, Denny, you wanted to hear it? Here it is. Your long distance request and dedication.
Brian Adams.
I'm Casey Kasem, and this is Big Mama Radio.
I love it.
Great times. There you go. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I just remember sitting in my dad's Buick listening to this.
You know he was
Took
the
me
voice
back.
of Shaggy, right?
No.
You didn't know that?
No, I did not.
Yeah.
Mr. Casey Kasem had a lot of talent.
Jennifer Lopez's latest album is selling so poorly it's been marked down 3 times.
I saw a concert in Italy, $8 a seat, and she couldn't even sell, like everybody was just kind of in the middle. There was like all the seats were empty. $8 a seat.
What'd she do?
I don't know.
The world is like protesting against her.
They don't like her now.
Why? What happened?
And all these people are coming out like, I'm the original voice of Jenny from the Block, and this girl's like singing. So she calls herself Jenny from the Block, and apparently she was the actual vocals that they were supposed to like tone down and then put Jennifer Lopez over. Never happened. They kept her vocals for Jenny on the Block. So it's a big thing. Like, she's got a big Facebook following. People hate Jennifer. Like, that's just the way it is now.
Ben, too.
And Ben. What did he do besides just like...
He didn't do anything.
Yeah.
She did it. Look,
By
I
association.
love that people are blaming Ben.
Yeah.
Ben has a successful movie career.
Right.
Nothing has gone downhill for Ben. Let's
Right.
be honest.
He's still been
Okay?
doing the same thing.
He was
yeah.
Batman. Solid role. Not many people get to play Batman.
And he was in all the Kevin Smith movies.
Right.
Like, you know.
Okay.
Jay and Silent Bob.
Now,
that's the whole
J-Lo
thing.
was massive back in the day. But now you just informed me of the scandal of Jenny from the Block, which basically was her tagline that made her who she is. All right?
That's the one.
She dated P. Diddy.
Yes.
Now that connects her into that circle of people. All right?
She was arrested with him.
All right. So now,
Yeah.
not when?
Back when they had the shooting at the nightclub, and they let her go the next day, but she was arrested with him.
So, I didn't know that. So, you go out on tour. Now you got this girl that's hating on you and trying to, right, screw you over, right? And you just got married, right? And all the paparazzi are following you around.
Right.
So, you're like, I'm announcing a world tour. I'm going all world tour. And everybody's like, I'm not buying a fucking ticket. And you're like, your first show you got 9 people at. And then the fourth, you know, like so, and then she cancels the tour because no one's going to it.
When do you stop?
All right? So she decides to put out an album. And Walmart's like, buy one, get one free. Matter of fact, it's a $1 album now.
What about her movie about herself?
Right. And it failed miserably.
Yeah.
And to be real honest, her other movie, what was it, Jiggly or whatever it was, wasn't very good either. Like,
There's a bunch of them.
right. So she's having all these downs, all these boom, 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 1-2 punches.
Right.
Ben's not dealing with it.
Writing and coach.
And he's being riding and coach. The only reason you ride and coach is when you can't afford anything else.
Right. And she's bougie all the way. So
'Cause I'm telling you right now, if I can afford first class, I ain't never riding in coach.
yeah, she's trying to push her like skincare products, saying she doesn't use Botox, she doesn't use this, and it's all her J-Lo skin products. So she does like this.
She did catch
morning
me
routine.
staring at her ass once, but
I've heard.
I mean, whatever. It happens.
well, and that's like
I felt like it was the right thing to do anyway, so it doesn't matter. All right.
that's like going to the Statue of Liberty and not wanting to look at it. Like it's
Right.
just there. Like, wait,
Right.
It's there.
Like it just walked in front of me. I was like, all right, nice.
Oh, there it is.
I didn't expect you to turn around, Jay. Sorry. But so that's that is your Celebrity Chronicles. But yeah, the J-Lo thing it's J-Lo, not Ben.
And is it fun that everybody's
And
like
and,
having like
and they're all
a great
ripping on
time?
Ben like Ben is Ben. What Ben do? Ben didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Ben's just done with that shit.
Yeah.
Like, look, a dude.
How much can
Like,
it take?
let me get in Coach Bob's. Let me use a little Coach Bob.
Go
Look,
for it.
Let me channel my Coach Bob real quick. All right.
Bring it in.
By the way, tag Bob Schuyler, Coach Bob. Tag him right now. I want him to hear about this. Let me channel it real quick. J-Lo is one hell of a Magic Mountain ride, right? You get on the Magic Mountain ride, it's fun, it's good as shit, right?
She's got costumes.
But the problem is, it's an older ride. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes
bit.
it breaks down. It's not as exciting as it used to be. You know what I'm saying? But then every once in a while, they get that shit running again.
Yeah.
And the last time it broke down, he was like, I'm not riding this shit ever again.
All right.
Right? I was on this ride for 3 years, and it stopped working. I'm never riding it again. Fuck this ride.
This
And
roller
he storms out. And then one day, he's walking by the amusement park.
Yeah.
There it is, looking like it's running in all its glory.
Yeah, like the menopause
The
one.
Jennifer Lopez Mountain. And he's like, I'll ride it one more time. F it, I'm here anyway.
Right.
So he rides it.
And she's like, let me put on a good show.
Right,
Yeah,
man. They
good show.
greased the wheels. They're like, he's back for another ride. We got to make sure it works out really good.
Right.
So they tuned
Extra
it up.
fog,
Right.
extra
They
fog.
tuned it up.
Go ahead.
Right. They made it a badass ride. Right. So he rode it and was like, damn, I never want to get off.
Right.
So he rode it 4 more times. And then all of a sudden that shit broke down again. And this time it's really broke.
Now the seatbelt's causing
Right.
a rash.
Nobody else
Yeah.
wants to get on the ride anymore.
No, it's too
And it's
hot.
no fun when nobody else wants to get on the ride. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if nobody wants to be on the ride, I don't want to be on this ride either. Why am I here?
Someone's got to clean up after the puke, and nobody's going to
Right.
take care of that. I don't know.
Right. And I don't want to sit next to her and coach. I'm in first class.
You need my Dunkin' Donuts.
That's it, because Ben was on the same plane. He was just like, I'm not sitting with you, woman. I got loot. You don't. That's your problem. And you know they had a prenup, and she's pissed about it now.
Yeah.
She's all like, I'm broke. I need money. Like, we got a prenup, bitch. Sorry.
Nope.
Nothing for you now. You
Just
spent
get
your
paid
money
for it.
trying to do a world tour, you dumbass.
Because he
All
was
right.
on the Super Bowl and everything. I mean, he can't be doing that bad. He had a Super Bowl commercial.
So she was on the same commercial.
Yeah, but that was a pity commercial. Because it was.
That was a
about
Ben commercial. She was just there because he asked for her to
That's
be
when you
there.
bring your girlfriend. Because
Right.
Like,
Well, I'll do the commercial. Can you get my girl on?
Yeah, please
Because
do.
I want to ride the ride one more time. And
Oh.
I only get on the ride when I pay big money to get on it, too. That's also it, by the way.
He's like,
That's
I'm
a
never
reward
gonna hit
nookie
it.
all day long. Reward nookie all day long.
Yeah.
That's what he gets. Oh, Ben, if you do this for me, I'll open the ride.
Do you think if she says when you do this for me?
Maybe. Either way, it doesn't matter. But either way, that's a reward nookie. He's
Yeah.
and look, Ben Affleck only has to wait for a reward nookie one or two times before somebody's like, "You want a free nookie?"
Right. He's got a big old head.
And he's all like, "Yeah," and she's all like, "Come on over." And he's like, "Yeah, I don't want that reward nookie no more. I ain't into it. I'm being honest. Y'all can hate me for being honest. I don't mind.
Did we just do subtitles to their entire
All right,
life?
here we go.
Get ready.
Broadcasting live from the WB Williamson Brothers studio. Need a seawall or dock? Call 1-844-WB-BILL.
I can't believe how much music they play.
Your favorite radio station, Big Mama Radio.
All right, welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen.
How much did we derail?
Not at all.
Oh, okay, good.
5, 10, 20, 30 minutes. Who knows? I don't care. I don't call it
Everybody's
derail.
all right.
I just want the show to be a good conversation. That's what I want to start doing. And
Oh,
we
that's
just
what
did
we've
it.
been doing it.
NASA astronauts stuck waiting aboard the ISS to return to Earth amid issues with the Boeing Starliner. They were supposed to schedule return on June 14th. Here we are,
The 26.
12
Our payments
days.
due.
Right, yeah, right. We're 12 days. We're way past that, bro. Way past that.
Yeah.
And they still have not been able to leave. The two were originally scheduled, but they're returned multiple times, and currently they do not even have a planned date of return. So whether or not Sunita Williams and Barry Butch Wilmore will make it back is another question. Would you get on it?
Never.
Me neither.
Never. I have no desire, no interest. Don't care.
I'm also not ever flying on a Boeing plane again.
I'm not
Just so you know,
interested either.
Boeing has lost my trust as a consumer.
Yeah.
You have lost me forever.
It's like 40 years to recover from that. So by then, I'll be too old to travel anyway.
When this,
Oh,
like, you got at some point you got to be like, look, send us another one.
Right.
Hey, can you do me a favor and not make sure it's not a Boeing?
Yeah. Send me another.
Send me a Virgin one. Send me a Virgin Atlantic. I'm good with that. But not a Boeing.
Yeah. Anything.
I don't know if we realized it yet, but Boeing's plant workers are horrible. It ain't or management, but either way, it's whoever's putting the shit together is doing it wrong. So they're hiring the wrong people or they're not properly trained. I wouldn't fly on a Boeing. I'll pass. What kind of plane is it? Boeing? No.
It's like they lost the instructions to putting it together, and they're just like, yeah, we'll just.
I mean, there's no
All
worse.
right.
It's almost like big business wants to bury Boeing.
What did they do wrong?
Right, because you see this like this is horrendous. First off, if you watch this, which I did, and you waited 17 effing times for it to be delayed because they were like, we've got problems, we've got another problem, we've got another delay, we've got a problem, we've got another delay, we've got a problem. It wouldn't fuel, it wouldn't unfuel, it wouldn't cool off, it wouldn't heat up, it wouldn't start.
And there's people.
It's got a dead battery.
While this is happening.
Like this, it got delayed on the launch pad like 7 times. Truly.
Oh no.
So when they finally get it off the ground and you watch it, you're watching it, shit's flying off the entire time. You're like, what's flying off this fucking thing, man? And they called it ice. But I was like, there's a lot of stuff flying off this thing, man. A lot of stuff flying off this thing. Like a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And when I was not shocked when they're like, oh, it's broke. It lost the wheel on the way up, so we can't get back down.
No, I'm good.
I'm never getting on it.
No, keep it. We have Teresa from Albert Matthews Law checking in. Good morning.
Tell her soon, very soon.
Soon we've got your ad coming.
I'm working on it. I'm working on getting everything dialed in. It's not been an easy process. My bank actually, I don't even know that. It doesn't matter.
We are getting it all.
I'm changing
rock
some
and
things,
roll.
and it's changed everything.
And we're gonna have a tremendous ad coming up soon. So guys, stay tuned.
Hold on. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take a quick break. When we come back, let's talk a little bit I want to talk about the Wade Wilson
Oh, yeah.
jury recommended death penalty for Wade Wilson, the convicted double murderer. Right here in Lee County, it was legitimately all over the national news. The weirdest looking guy in the world. We've been talking about it since it started. Darlene has followed it since the breath, and she was only off by 15 minutes when I said, how long did it deliberate? She said, right around 2 hours. And it was just under 2 hours, and they came back and were like,
oh, yeah.
kill him.
Did you see what the numbers were? Because there was supposed to be at least 8 people had to say that it was death penalty.
Right, because it's a new Florida law. It doesn't have to be unanimous anymore. It just has to be a majority.
Right. So 8 was the number, and in one of the charges for death penalty, it was 9. So he almost he was right there. It was 9 jurors, and there was 3 that were against it, that were doing life. And then in the other charge with the other woman, it was 10 jurors said yes to death penalty, which is kind of weird. Why would it be one and not the other? That was kind of he still got it no matter what, but I was like, what's the difference between one and the other? I guess maybe the heinous or how.
Well, we're going to talk about it coming up because Sarah and I had a great conversation about this, and I was like, this is a great topic. Yeah. Because I got a question. Who can go see it? Do you know the answer to that?
To go see him fry?
Yeah. Do you know the answer?
No, can anybody?
I'll tell you coming up right after the break. Hold on. Get ready for the ultimate movie night experience. Brought to you by SJC Technology, John Michaels Diamond and Jewelry, and your big movie premiere radio station, Big Mama Radio. Join us for this exhilarating night at the movies as we present the premiere of Deadpool and Wolverine in all its glory. Let's go. Want to go? Only Big Mama Radio has your big movie tickets to win.
I win.
I'm the luckiest man alive.
Join us Thursday, August 1st at Coralwood Marquee Theater in Cape Coral for one amazing night.
I smell what you're stepping in, Sensei.
But if you win, there's a catch. We want you to dress up in your favorite superhero swag. No mask or weapons, please. And to make this event even bigger, SJC Technologies is giving you free popcorn and soda.
You are special.
And we'll have Janda Marie Photography in the building with Deadpool swag bags. Want to join in on the fun? Stay tuned to Big Mama Radio for your exclusive opportunity to score your tickets. Keep your ears open because these hot tickets will go fast. Don't miss out on this epic night with Deadpool and Wolverine. Only with SJC Technology, John Michaels Diamond and Jewelry, and the only station making movie premieres big again. Big Mama Radio.
I don't know anything about saving worlds, but you do.
Hey, Southwest Florida, are you tired of daydreaming about that perfect backyard oasis? Well, wake up and smell the sunscreen because Custom Pools by Design is here to turn your pool dreams into a splastastic reality. From picturesque Punta Gorda to breathtaking Bonita Springs, we've got the Sunshine State covered like SPF on a summer day. Our in-ground custom pools are like the MVPs of backyard beauty. And don't forget to ask about the exclusive marble decking. And guess what? We've got spas that are hotter than a jalapeno in the Florida sun. Soothing bubbles, anyone? Here at Custom Pools by Design, we're not just building pools, we're crafting outdoor masterpieces. We'll work with you to create a backyard wonderland that even your neighbors will want an invite to. What sets us apart? The exclusive use of PebbleTech pool interiors. Custom Pools by Design. Family owned and operated for 20 plus years. And don't forget to check us out online at custompoolsbydesign.com. Swing by our showroom at 1007 Southeast 12th Court in Cape Coral. Call Custom Pools by Design at 239-573-4439 and dive into the details. Custom Pools by Design, where your backyard dreams take the ultimate plunge. Let's make a splash, Southwest Florida.
Hey there, Fort Myers. This is Jamie, the general manager at Dixie Buick GMC, and I've got a secret to share. The best kept secret in town. We've been proudly owned by the same family for a whopping 90 years. Dixie Buick GMC. That's right, 90 years of commitment to our community. And here's the kicker. Absolutely no dealer fees or market adjustment fees. We believe in transparency and giving you the best deal possible. Now, here's an exclusive deal just for our Big Mama Radio listeners. Mention that you heard it on BMR and you'll get $1,000 off your purchase. Yes, you heard it right, $1,000. Dixie Buick GMC. Find us conveniently located on US 41 in Fort Myers. Visit our website at DixieBG.com to check out our extensive inventory or swing by for a test drive. Dixie Buick GMC. And if you want to chat with someone who knows their stuff, give us a call at 239-330-9918. Dixie Buick GMC. Don't miss out on the Dixie Buick GMC experience, where tradition meets top-notch service. Dixie Buick GMC, family-owned, fee-free, and fantastic.
Are you
See
tired
soon,
of endless
Fort
waits
Myers.
at the auto shop? Frustrated with vague diagnosis and lengthy repair times? Look no further than Leading Edge Auto Care.
At Leading Edge Auto Care, we're not just another repair shop. We're a family-owned and operated business serving Cape Coral since 2009 with trust, expertise, and commitment to getting you back on the road faster. With our 9,000 square foot facility equipped with 7 lifts and cutting-edge diagnostic equipment, we're ready to handle any issue. Minor tune-up, major overhaul, we've got you covered. Our ASE certified technicians use the latest technology to quickly pinpoint solutions, saving you valuable time and money. We only use top quality replacement parts, ensuring your manufacturer's warranty remains intact. Leading Edge Auto Care, where cutting edge technology meets real world experience. Call us today at 239-242-2277. That's 239-242-CARS. Let us get you back on the road faster than ever. Check them out at leadingedautocare.com. Leading Edge Auto Care. Trust, experience, and efficiency.
Back to the hits on the Extreme Stream.
Back to the hits in no time.
It's the Extreme Stream on Big Mama Radio.
Baby, you can find me under the lights, diamonds under my eyes. Turn the rhythm up, don't you wanna just come along for the ride? Oh, my outfit's so tight, you can see my heartbeat tonight. I can take the heat, baby, best believe that's the moment I shine. 'Cause every romance shakes and it bends, don't give a damn. When the night's here, I don't do tears, baby, no chance. I could dance, I could dance, I could dance. Watch me dance, dance the night away. My heart could be burning, but you won't see it on my face. Watch me dance, dance the night away. I'll still keep the party running, I won't get out of place. Lately, I've been moving close to the edge, still be looking my best. I stay on the beat, you can get.
Playing all the biggest hits.
Turn it up.
And feel it. Feel it.
It's your favorite radio station, Big Mama Radio.
All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back.
We're back.
Welcome back to the show.
All right, we got some new people jumped on here. Big hi to Mike Remy. And thank you, Jamie, for always keeping an eye out for us. And also we have Crystal Peck Realtor jumping in saying good morning. Good morning to you.
Great to have you. Thank you for watching the Extreme Stream. Great to have you on here each and every morning. Jury recommends death penalty for convicted double murderer Wade Wilson. We already talked about the jury numbers. Did you watch the verdict?
I rewatched it last night on TikTok.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Did he show any signs of like, did he know it was coming?
His face was very annoying to watch. They kept on zooming into his face, and he just had like a bothered look on his face the whole time.
I love one of the comments in the YouTube feed was basically this guy thinks he's a boss. Like, and so he gets put to death. So let's say, would you have the option? Would you go watch it?
I don't know if I'm prepared to watch someone die. I mean, I know he deserved it. You know what I mean? But I don't know how that would be for me. Because that's going to be a lot of negative energy being released into that space.
Right.
And I don't know how I would be able to process that.
But how hard would it be to decline?
I know.
So I did so much research because Sarah and I got into this conversation.
Yeah.
And it even came up like, can you just like go onto a website and sign up and they pick 12 witnesses to
sit and watch?
Is that how like we wouldn't even know, like we started having this huge debate about it, like
I always think of the Green Mile. Like,
so
you know,
I do know
there.
this, the victims families can watch, and then in Florida, the Florida News Association and the Florida Association of Broadcasters get the split for 12 witnesses.
Oh.
And there's 12 more witnesses that are law enforcement of one kind or another.
They have to be present for it to be like.
Yeah, they
legit.
have witnesses.
Yeah.
So, right, to be legit, you have to witness it.
They have to be law enforcement, or
right. The 12. This is the breakdown.
Okay.
There are no open seats. Now the warden can select random people, I guess, to bring in, but basically only the warden. But the National Association of Broadcasters, the Florida Association of Broadcasters, will pick some TV and radio reporters, obviously news stations,
right, to be there and
to be there and witness it as well.
So
so that they can witness it and tell it firsthand. I'm not sure I could be there as well. Could you? But it would be very hard for me to decline.
Is it electric chair here, or is it
it's
like
a lethal injection?
Lethal. Okay. That seems like too nice for him for some reason.
Right. The electric chair always seemed like the better option.
Yeah.
Because there's people out there that have beat the lethal injection.
And then they can't double jeopardy.
They can try them twice. They can try to kill them, and then they go onto this like permanent death row where they're secluded for the rest of their lives. And
could you imagine that?
right.
Oh my God.
Where it's like death.
Oh, that is awful.
Right. Your life becomes very minuscule.
And does that mess you up after you get a lethal injection?
So they stop. A lot of people stop drinking, so they dehydrate themselves before they go in because what happens is you still get books, and you still get access to it to enhance your mind. So you read up on how to beat the death penalty. Man, these people aren't stupid. Like, how do you beat it? How do you beat lethal injection?
Right.
Well, number one way is not let them be able to get a vein.
Oh, if they're dehydrated, then you can't. Oh.
Can't get a vein. You can't get a vein, bro.
That's
now,
crazy.
Just so you know, it's only happened a couple times ever, and I'm sure it's been tried multiple times in the world. I'm all listen. They say gas chamber was inhumane, the electric chair it was inhumane. When you get sentenced to death, humanity doesn't matter anymore.
No,
at
what
that
you
point.
did was inhumane.
And I'm all about it, expediting it.
Right.
And I don't know why and here's the deal. Those who don't believe in the death penalty, fantastic. Go ahead and get on that protest. I'm okay with it. All right? I believe in the death penalty. All right? I believe we should expedite this process, not pay a long time. They should get a 6 months to appeal, and it should be an immediate. There should be no line of people waiting to read these appeals.
No, eye for an eye.
Like, I don't understand. So, an appeal could take 6 months. For what reason?
Yeah.
Is there a backlog of them? Like, if it takes 6 months, is there a backlog? I need to know that reason.
Right.
Because that's just somebody like, I'm not getting to that yet.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
That's last on my list of shit to do. Expedite these things. Get these people off death row. Let's stop spending taxpayer dollars or private dollars or whatever it is. Let's stop spending money, period, on people that we are intending to kill.
Yeah. Chrissy was saying that he looked the whole trial as an arrogant and narcissistic, and that was the look he did have the entire time.
Expedite. Expedite.
Zero remorse. And they did focus on the families that were there, and you could just see, like, them just holding hands with each other, different families just holding hands of the both women.
I can't fathom what he did. I can't fathom that this dude went to the Buddha.
Right there,
and
right down
with
the
no
street from
face
us.
tattoos. And if you look at him then, it was a different person.
Good looking.
He was the dude who was going to pull chicks at a bar, right?
Yeah, he was good looking. He came up to you, buy you a drink. You'll be like, hey, he's cute. You
I would
know?
have to ask you a question that no one has asked about Wade Wilson.
What?
Were these two your first? Because I don't believe so.
I don't believe it either.
I think these are the first two you got caught.
Mm-hmm. Got sloppy.
Because you came to Lee County and effed around and found out.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a cold-blood murderer.
Right.
This is a cold-blood psychotic murderer.
Yes.
All right? He can't be helped.
Right.
There's no way to fix this. All right? That was horrendous to watch.
Mm-hmm.
It was even worse to listen to. I mean, they showed you shit. Like
the
you saw.
pictures of the woman in the bush that they found behind my friend's house.
Right.
Literally, like they showed her body underneath a bunch of shrubs and stuff, just decomposing there. Well, he just shoved her like garbage. Like, I'm gonna get rid of this thing. You know, it's really sad. It was really sad to see your last moments be something like that in this person's hands.
The prosecutor and the closing statements for the death penalty phase, for the to find out whether or not he got the death penalty.
Yeah.
She killed it. Like, because she explained, even though the defense tried to come up and deflame it,
Mm-hmm.
but she was like, this woman woke up because you could tell because she bled, and you don't bleed when you're already dead. And these people were alive and knew that they were being killed.
Right.
And had to live through those moments, and the way she explained it was just horrendous. And you would never want your loved. I don't want my worst enemy to go through that.
He was charged with battery on the victim, so that means that he messed them up.
Right, and like all I can say is like I just said, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
Yeah.
And the person I hate more than anybody in this world, and I don't even know who that is, but because I don't feel like there's anybody. Now, there's people on my list that you're going to get it, but you're going to get it in another way.
Right.
Probably to your pocketbook one
Karma.
day.
Yeah. Like
Probably
Karma
to your
does
pocketbook. That's all. I'm going to take some money back. I'm going to take something from you. All right? I'm not going to hurt you. I don't have no personal vendetta against nobody. But if you come at me, I'm just going to take something from you.
Right.
Maybe your money, maybe your gig, maybe your whatever. It don't matter.
Maybe your woman. I don't
Right.
know. Whatever's on there.
What's wrong with
Put
you?
it on the list.
It ain't even. It might not be me. It might be somebody be like, "Hey, did you see that dude's wife? She's pretty hot. You just go holler at
You
her."
should go, yeah, I heard he's pretty lame.
Right.
He ain't taking care of business at home. Go take care of her.
This is a horrible story, though, man, and I'm so sorry for that family and those loved
That
ones
is
out there,
awful,
man,
yeah.
because they got justice.
Yeah.
The justice was served, and it will be served at least, but it doesn't heal, but it does give you justice and closure, which you desperately needed. Speaking of seeking closure, my newest episode, the Destiny Bocanegra case, has been released, and it is out. By the way, shout out to Lee County Sheriff's Office. Never have I released one so quickly in my life after it went through the approval process. It was like, boom, send me the intro. Boom, here, boom, send it back. Boom, hey, it's up. What, already? I was like, awesome. And so you can download it on any of your apps, and we'll play it here possibly towards the end of the show, if not next Tuesday. We'll try to figure it out. We'll figure it out today.
And that was a very intense story you were working on. I mean, you were really consumed by that one.
Well, because when I'm doing these cold cases, the Seek and Closure Lee County cold cases, and I'm taking a chance to jump into my own community and help try to tell a story that'll help maybe get one clue that'll solve this heinous crime.
Yeah.
And they're all heinous crimes, all the ones that I've done. Either missing persons that obviously were, I'm not allowed to pass judgment, but you have to go and listen to them all for yourself. I think we're on episode 13 or 14 right now, Seeking Closure, Lee County Cold Cases. We pop out about one a month, so you can get one every month. And this one is Destiny Bocanegra. She was 25 years old. She was pregnant at the time and the victim of a drive-by shooting. And what I believe not even the intended target of the drive-by shooting.
Like a casualty.
And right, and the story is just sad from that point on, and for me, they give me the access to put anything I want into these that as I read into the story and investigate it on my side of it. And
so you have to read through all that course, like all those.
I do. I read every statement, and I listen to every statement, and I watch every interview.
Do you still have evidence?
And
pictures?
No, I do. I don't need that, so I don't really go there. For my soul.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't need that. I don't need it. I don't need that. What I need is the audio and the story and the written part and the video, because the video sometimes has audio that I can use.
That's such a very difficult point, because when I worked in the courthouse and I worked for a county judge a circuit judge, we would get box of evidence and stuff like that. And there came a point where I just didn't want to see like pictures and stuff anymore, because I'm like, these are real people. Like I'm going to see these families in the courtroom. This is not TV. This is not a movie. This is real. And it really like hits you different.
So, and I enjoy doing it more than I really do. Like for me, because I have hope. Mm-hmm. I have hope for everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I have hope that this is going to be something that I don't do this for the views or the listens or the hits or whatever. I do this because I want to solve one. I want one to be out there. I want someone to have closure, seeking closure. We named it because these families need closure. The one that the David Copperetto case was the first one I ever did. Mm-hmm. If there's ever a family that needs closure, mom and dad are so old at this point. Right. Dad's almost on his way out. Mom's holding on to dad as long as they can. Like, they need closure. Mm-hmm. Like, go listen to that one. These people are grown-ass people in this home. They still live here. The people that were in this story still live here. Somebody knows something about this case. So go listen to it, because I can't stress enough that it only takes one person to go, I saw that car that day there. I saw that person that day there. That's the one piece they need. They may have 3 or 4 other pieces. They just need one more piece. One more little... And it's like presented to the prosecutor. The prosecutor goes, yeah, I'll take it. Let's roll. And that's it. You got to get these cases to the state prosecutor with enough evidence to get the case into court so that you can convict an individual. And you may even, and I feel for these homicide detectives.
Yeah.
Because you might get into this case and be like, I know Betty did it.
Right.
Like, you are looking at the evidence like, I know that's who did it. But there's something they need one more thing to get it done, and it could be DNA, it could be a weapon, it could be another statement, a corroborating statement, it could be any little thing.
Witness.
Right.
Witness come out. Yeah, absolutely.
So this one was for me, because of the unborn child. I felt really connected to it. I wanted to. I really want Destiny Bocanegra's murderer to come to justice, and I'm pretty sure that this one, when you listen to it, there's going to be people that hear it and are going to know these people.
Right.
And it's going to be like, well, I know something that I've kept close to the chest, but I had no idea that she was pregnant at the time.
That is crazy.
Right. And her small child was there.
Yeah.
She had another child who was there.
Jeez.
In the car, who probably barely missed getting shot themselves. So,
you guys got to hear that story. So he's just done with that one. It is amazing.
Who's what now?
Information. So Jamie's saying she can't wait to listen to it now. She's really excited about it. So we've got a lot of people that want to hear that.
It's based out of Bonita Springs. So that one is it is from 2018.
Right in our backyard and really close to.
They all are.
Yeah.
So if you and some of them are missing persons, some of them are homicides. I'm every once in a while I'm supposed to get a notorious case that's already been solved. Mm-hmm. But there's so many cases that they still want me to do. Like they had. I'm on another one right now, so we're already working on the next episode. So, and that's sad, but the fact that they care enough to want me to do another episode for it is also good for those people out there that are looking for resolution or closure.
Absolutely.
We have an amazing law enforcement. Look, Lee County is absolutely the F around and find out county. You don't come here and F around. And justice was served for the Wade Wilson victims' families. And I think that's is a continuing, already happening thing that here in Lee County where justice is being served so quickly, and it's just better to play by the rules.
That's right. Don't do that here. We ain't gonna play nice with you.
Did we talk about the guy who got the new kidney?
No.
With no anesthesia.
What?
Right.
What?
Could you get a surgery with no anesthesia?
No.
Could you get a tooth pulled with no anesthesia?
I have, but I prefer not to.
Can you get a tooth pulled without being put to sleep?
I have, but I prefer not to.
Okay. Me too.
There you go.
Yeah, you can take that tooth out. I prefer to be knocked out.
Yes.
And the only reason is I don't like the sounds. It has nothing to do with the pain. I get it. You can numb my whole head. I can't feel shit.
Right.
I'm on gas. I don't care anymore.
The anxiety kills me.
Right. I love nitrous oxide, so I become a comedian on nitrous oxide. When they give me, oh my God. My dentist was late one time pulling a tooth, and they gave me his nitrous oxide, and I was on nitrous, and they just left me on it. They went and had some kind of conversation. And they came back legitimately. It had to be, to me, it felt like 15 minutes. It could have been 3 minutes. You get what I'm saying? To me, it felt like, God, I'm really ready to go. I'm really ready to go. And I'm like, this is the greatest day ever. This is fantastic. I don't know what to tell you. I came on, started popping off jokes. I got all of them laughing, and I was probably not funny at all.
But you thought you were.
But they were laughing their ass off because of how high I was on nitrous oxide.
I love it.
I would love, those are the moments I wish you could DVR your own life. Like when I get to heaven one day, Jesus is going to be like, what can I get you? What can I get you? I said, can I get a DVR of my life? That's all I want. I want to go back and watch I want to watch it all.
Do you have a bloopers episode?
Right. I would love to be able to go back and just be like, let me watch it again. I don't want to watch it one more time. I'll fast forward through the boring shit and the sleeping. I don't care about that. But I need it on DVR so I can do that. All right. If you want to break it into episodes, I'm good with that too. I'll bench watch it.
Right.
All right. I don't care either way, but I would love to be able to watch my own life.
That's what it's like
because imagine a couple of things. Imagine being able to go back and be like, ooh.
Fast forward.
That was a bad me. That was a really bad me. I didn't like that at all. That was a really bad me.
Delete.
Or like, damn, that was a good me. Or, damn, I didn't know I could do that. I'll have to try that again one day.
Like, man, and I thought I was fat. Look
Right.
how good I look there.
The hardest part is anybody who's had a random hookup will have to relive that moment in that DVR and be like, not you again. Because the first thing you're going to start doing is marking your number. You're like, what is my real number? Let me figure that out.
You want to know what your body count is?
Right. You're going to start figuring everything out. Who was the one? That was the one. I should have never.
What was her name?
Right. Oh.
I wonder if you see, like, what happens to that person, like, after. Like, this is how you impacted this person's life. And you're like,
no thanks. Now, see why you got to bring shit up like that, Betty? I don't want that. I don't want that. Look, I already said. I said it earlier in the show. There's going to be parts of my DVR that I'm going to be like,
how you jacked
delete.
up Samantha. This is what
Right.
happened after you.
Right.
Like, you're like, damn.
But then again, that one chick that we talked about in my high school, she'd see it and know what she did to me.
Yeah, she's watching
Trifling trick. You know who you are.
She's watching your
Some
playback.
dude rolling up to my house with a big box of shit that I gave to her. This is how, you want to know how I found out? So I thought you bought, at 17, this is way too revealing. I'm going to write this in a book, so I'm not revealing this much right now today. But at 17, when, you're new in life and love and everything, and you're understanding what you're trying to figure it out.
You made her mixtapes.
Right. Oh, mixtapes, bro. That's an understatement. I was a gift giver. I was a giver, and she knew my love language was touch, and so like there was a physical connection, and it was great. I dug it. It was really cool. And I was a Catholic, boy who had already been confirmed. Like, I went to CCD. Like, understand that I grew up as well as my parents could raise me. Like,
you had more Sunday school clothes than
I-
regular school clothes.
I
kid.
I had Monday CCD clothes, and then I had church clothes for Mass.
Yep.
And anybody who's a Catholic who grew up in public schools but had to go to CCD knows exactly what I mean. And I was a good boy. And then I met this demon.
She changed your life.
And then I met this demon.
The trajectory of your life went bloop.
In the basement of my dad's house. She told me that we were going to be forever. And I was going to marry this girl. This was it for me. Like, I was cool with this being the way my life was going to be.
Did you write her love letters?
Oh, it was like, and it was stupid. It was high school romance, and I laugh at it now. All right, because high school romance is stupid as shit. All right, and all high school people should know the chances of you two being high school sweethearts to last forever is very slim. I say slim because there's somebody's watching who knows somebody who is that's happened.
Did it, yeah.
But not look. The majority of us don't even know who we dated in high school. So. And that's fact. But it was a crazy moment, and I don't even know. I'm glad we changed the topic, so we don't have to get into this anymore. So there it was. That chick. Oh, no, this dude. So, and then for the next year,
box of stuff.
we had nicknames, and I would buy her flowers and teddy bears and little gifts and trinkets and things like this, mementos and jewelry.
Yeah.
She was taking the things that I would buy her and changing the tags and giving them straight to this other dude, this older guy.
What a tramp.
All right. So after about a year of us dating, I live on like 5 acres of land, and there's 2.5 acres of front yard and 2.5 acres of backyard and a house right in the center, and very little treelage. So it's all yard, right? And it's where we lived growing up. And this dude comes driving down my driveway, and I'm sitting out on the front porch, and I'm like, what does this dude want? Who is this? And it's like right after school. My dad's not home yet, and I'm always suspicious, like I told you.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what is this dude driving down my driveway for? So he drives down my driveway, he gets out, he's got a box. He's like, are you Jason? And I was like, yeah, who the hell are you? And he goes, well, I don't remember his name. And he puts this box down. Inside this box is all the stuff that I'd given to this girl who I will never name her ever. I'll take it to the grave. And all the tags on it where she had wrote to him from her. And she had changed. She'd bought new tags or took the tag off I gave her, and it was so much stuff that I'd given her. And he cold-busted her, and he was like, look, I didn't know that she was cheating on me, but just for the record, we've been together 2 years. So I was the side dude for a year.
So you were the side dude, and you didn't
My
even
first
know.
real girlfriend, I was the side dude. If you want something that needs to know, like, the future of my life, and I was vindictive after that, and I was angry.
Yeah.
Angry to say the least.
What'd you do with the box of stuff?
I don't know. I think I took it to her house. I said, here, so you can give it back to him. And I was like, we'll never speak again, just so you know. My parents were never so happy. My stepmom hated this girl.
Really?
Hated. Not the stepmom I have now either, by the way. But she would have hated her, too. And, yeah, my half-brother hated her. My dad didn't care. My dad really didn't. He was like, that's a high school romance. It really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And he basically told my stepmom and brother they were getting too involved. Like, let it go. Like, why are you so involved?
We're not planning a wedding. It's fine.
Right. We're not planning a wedding, all right?
It's fine.
Or like, he's going to get her pregnant.
Oh. She's already knocked up by somebody.
Right. Thank God she didn't. It'd probably been his kid. It ruined me forever.
Right.
So this is so great. This is good therapy. I'm enjoying this today. I really want to thank you for giving me this therapy session this morning, Betty.
I've taken you on a roller coaster. We went from like your
I don't like Darlene not being here. I feel like we can just have like conversation where I can just I really appreciate all that you're doing for me today. Can we get some spa music background so we can really really get into this this thing here today?
Tell me again.
By the way, usually a kidney transplant patient in Northwestern. We started here.
Yeah.
We went from talking about anesthesia to talking about me losing my virginity. What an amazing story this is.
Because he didn't feel it.
If there's ever a show that you just wanted to Because I didn't feel it. The bitch took my heart. I was on anesthesia that day. Where did this story come from?
Squirrel. Tell
Jesus.
us about
I'm not
more
even sure it's
drama.
good, but I'm not sure it's bad either. Like, that's the thing I don't know. Maybe this is what we should be doing every day anyway.
Just talking about you, I want to know.
Right.
So nosy.
I got so many. We could start it all off.
I love gossip. Tell me.
Maybe that's what we should do. For the next 10 weeks, I'll tell my life story from the beginning to the end.
Buckle up, people. Get your drinks out.
And we'll start with my first childhood memory. I was 4 years old. I had a big ring of keys. My mom worked at a drugstore, and she would give me the bad keys that they would make that would be like they were carved.
You look like a little janitor.
So I look like a little janitor. I had a big set of keys. I thought keys were important. Keys meant you had power, had access. I believe that at 4. And she was marrying my stepdad, who was in radio, who was a big inspiration in my life, as you can tell.
Yeah.
Jerry Paxson, may he rest in peace. And a great inspiration to my life. And I went to the bathroom, and I came back and didn't have my keys. Now, I know that now because my mom remembered the story, but I never remembered losing my keys until later on, and then I had a huge meltdown because I didn't have my keys anymore.
Nothing.
And I had nothing. My keys to nothing. I didn't have my keys. And now, as a parent of 4, like, I know what my mom was dealing with. She was like, fuck your keys.
I ain't got time for this shit. I gave them to you so you can leave me
I'll
alone.
buy you all new keys. They won't unlock the same stuff, Mom.
They won't even be carved.
They're not even the right keys, Mom. You know I got keys for special shit.
I gave them to you so you can leave me alone.
And I totally remember that. And then it was either that or their first fight that I remember. That there was a huge fight they had. I don't know if it was before or after they were married.
Yeah.
But I got put in the car, and then my sister tried to tell my mom to get in the car, and she told her to shut up. And then we got in the car and left. And that's all I remember. But I was like, that's just an argument that for some reason is embedded in my early memories of life. But these are the memories that I remember.
Tell us about that kidney.
Just like in T-ball. We can go to my T-ball story now if you want. I have a great T-ball story, too. But I have great stories. If you want to,
sports segment.
should we tell a story every day of my life? No one cares. I do have a great T-ball story, though, that every mother will relate to.
Oh, my
None of us would relate to it. I'm not telling you. Okay, I'm trying to get this transplant patient out there.
Just tell us about that. And then
He just got a new kidney, no anesthesia or opioids needed.
Needed, or they didn't give it to him? Because I think you always need it. You always need it.
What do you mean I don't get any Vicodin after this?
Don't let him convince you.
You just took a kidney and I can't get any Vicodin?
You ripped out an organ.
I got screwed on this deal. John Nicholas was back in his own bed the next day, partly thanks to surgeons operating on him using uncommon awake transplant procedure. Instead of general anesthetic typically used for such a surgery, doctors used a spinal anesthetic on the 28-year-old Nicholas, which numbed him from the waist down. Much like what you'd see in a C-section. The surgery itself took less than 2 hours, and Nicholas didn't need a ventilator to help him breathe. He also required zero opioid narcotic pain medication afterward to manage his discomfort, says transplant surgeon Dr. Satish Adid. Just that in itself is great. As of now, Nicholas himself viewed the experience. He tells us sometimes it was very surreal thing to go through, but that in the terms of having surgery, it was pretty easy. He said that he had no sensation whatsoever in the area of the procedure. At one point, even asking them when the spinal anesthesia was going to kick in, and it already had, and they had already begun surgery, which he had been completely oblivious to. Northwestern is now looking to make such a transplant program more permanent, to take on patients who either cannot undergo general anesthesia or have phobias about it. Listen, I just want to say, if you don't have to put somebody under, don't. That's the deal. Like,
that's what gets you.
That's what gets you.
And it messes with your head.
Right. Like, it's great. Don't get me wrong. Michael Jackson was addicted to it.
Right.
You get the best rest of your entire life.
Right.
Like, you wake up a little groggy, and the next thing you know, you're like, hey.
You look like a ghost.
You want to go run a marathon? Dude, when I got all the skin cut off and the tummy tuck from losing all the weight, I woke up from that shit, and I was all like, you guys want to go do something?
Was it like a mommy makeover thing that they do? Like where they lift and tuck you? And
Well, when I lost 85 pounds, I had skin that would never go away. Like, it was going to be there forever.
Okay.
And I wanted it gone, and I was able to get it gone, and Dr. Garamone took that shit off.
Nice.
And I'm so gladly because he pointed it out, and I always made him understand that. You know, I wouldn't be self-conscious about it if it wasn't for you.
Ah.
I'm going to need the best deal available.
It was all him.
No, he just he pointed out we're great friends. I love him, by the way. Just so you know, Dr. G is a great friend of mine. I love him. I love Jen. I love everything about them.
Yeah.
I do things with them, and I get my Botox from them that I'm desperately in need of.
Ah.
But
I always thought about what I would get done. I think I have a long list.
Well, you wake up from that shit like you're a champ because you're under so much anesthesia. You feel like I didn't just get cut from side to side. I'm good. I didn't just suddenly get cut in half. Let's get the fuck out of here. Let's go.
Oh my God. They gut you like a fish.
I got stories about that even. You know, on my way home, we ran out of gas.
From the hospital? From the surgery?
From the surgery, yeah.
I gotta go grab that door.
Yeah, I know there's nobody else here, so I'm so lonely. Isn't he out of town? Huh? All right, I thought he was out of town. I thought Tommy come back from Alaska. I didn't think he was. What is going on with this? Is there more than 2 drinks in there? All right, because someone's not listening. If there's more than 2 drinks in there. Oh, Sean. You're such a great person, Sean. Let me get back to my story, Sean. It was a sad day. It was a summer. It was like 85 degrees. I wasn't sure how I was going to. I don't even know where I was going.
We're talking about your tummy tuck.
Oh.
Was it that painful?
Oh, no. We ran out of gas on the way home. Ran out of gas.
As you were like bandaged up trying to get
I'm in the back seat.
Surgery?
I'm in the back seat. You got to almost lay in the fetal position. You can't really like sit in the seat. I'm laying in the back seat. Sarah goes around the corner because here's the deal. You don't realize this. Someone has to be there while you're in surgery.
Right.
In case shit goes wrong.
Right.
So most of the time they kind of sit in the car.
Oh no.
So she sat there for 2.5 hours that I was in surgery.
Oh no. And
And then we left, got in the car, and then Jen had to come put gas in my car, and then it really wouldn't take gas. So I think we left my car and then had it towed home. Like it was all a crazy thing. They couldn't get gas into the car. I don't.
Did they tow you up?
No. I got
you?
into my friend's car, I think, and we left my car, and then somebody, I don't even remember.
Oh my God.
Sarah remembers this story. She can tell it way better. Because I always say, I ran out of gas on my way home.
And I was still under anesthesia.
Guys, by the way, we will have a shortened edition of the show today.
Yes, we do.
My whole plan was to run the podcast and then let Darlene and Betty wrap the show up at the end of the podcast because I have an appointment that I got to be at around 9:30. And so that was my plan. But we're not doing that because I don't want to make Betty sit here for 45 minutes and just wait. Right. So we'll wrap the show up early, and I'll play the podcast for you tomorrow on the show.
That sounds good.
If you don't get a chance to go listen to it. And then we'll all talk about it afterwards. That's what we'll do.
That's going to be a good one.
Like, we'll talk about the South Carolina hiker that found human bones and takes them to Goodwill donation box.
What? What kind of psychopath is that? How did he get the bones is what I want to know. How did he know where they were? What do you You found it?
Damn! That's a biscotti!
You gotta dip that in your hot coffee.
You got to.
If not, you chip a tooth.
Might just drop it in there.
You're gonna just need an anesthesia.
Spoon it out at the end, I guess.
Yes. It's like a torpedo.
I've never seen one. That's why, from there. So,
a biscotti?
Yeah, well, I've seen one, but
I had fresh biscottis the other day.
Ooh. How was that?
Delicious. And she was on here a little bit ago. Albert Matthews' mom.
Yeah. She makes them?
Yes.
What?
Full
no
on.
way.
Yes. Full on Italian. Doing everything handmade. Like, she made biscotti. She made cookies. She made all kinds of stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
I love it.
I think we need to have an Italian night at her house.
I think we need to have an Italian night on the show.
Oh. Do
That
it.
we'll start doing. We'd like to bring the bus to your house and broadcast live. What are you serving? I did that once. Met a great friend to this day.
And you would have liked them too. They were.
I went on the air and said, I'm going to broadcast my morning show a Friday morning from someone's house.
Yes.
Submit why we should do your house, because we're only going to pick one house.
Who's going to let us in their house?
And this guy, and his name's Warren. He hits us up and goes, you want to come to my house? And I said, why? And he says, I'm going to buy you filet, and we're going to have steak and eggs in the morning, fresh filet off the grill. I got a heated pool with a hot tub. He goes, the house is yours. You can do as you wish in my entire home all morning long, and I'll serve the breakfast during the show. And you can even have company or friends come over if you want. I have a waterfall pool, blah, 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 blah. So we chose his house.
I want to be his friend.
Based on the steak alone. And it was a fire-ass steak, and we became great friends. He was, at that time, a store manager for Singular. Do you remember Singular Cellular?
Yeah.
It got bought out by AT&T?
Yeah.
He's now like a bigwig at AT&T. Like a bigwig at the corporate office.
Oh, so he got a nice house.
Right. So I still see him to this day, and he met his wife on like eHarmony.
That's where I met
and he's got kids, and they all grown up. I think he got 3 kids now. I don't know how many kids they got. They got a bunch of kids.
Angie says, okay, I got to drive the bus. Just let me know when.
Oh, girlfriend.
Oh, come on, girl.
We got a lot of things going on with the bus. Just to give you a little quick bus update, Ange, before I got to bounce. This is, you know what? Now I'm gonna be honest, guys. I am gonna have to cut it short today, but I do appreciate the coffee for the road, Sean.
All right. Keep us fueled. We appreciate it.
This coffee break brought to you by SJC Technology. Having a network issue? Is your computer not running right? Does your whole company need to be linked together? Then you need to call the only company that matters, SJC Technologies. I wish I had the card in front of me, but I don't.
SJC Technology.
Right, we need a jingle.
We do.
Right, we need a jingle.
For when show up.
What was I going to say before I got into that?
We were talking about.
I was going to say before I leave today, I was going to say one more thing.
Before we leave, and then about the podcast.
The bus.
And the bus. Yes. Tell us about the bus.
All right, so the broadcast bus was good for the parade. We got it out there, and it's doing its thing. Now it is in its final stages of studio building. So now we're going through the studio building. SJC Technologies is already helping us get the stuff that we need to make it go live. And we are going to make the bus 100% the ability to go live up from the bus. Like, we could do the music. We could do this exact thing from the bus anywhere in the entire world.
We could pop up at your place
Right.
and, like, hang out with you and do the whole show.
So, and we've now done, we've done all the net. We had to do a little bit of engine updates and some battery checks and stuff like that we had to get done. And we got a little bit of AC work, but these are all going on at the same time. And we are desperately trying to reach the debut August 1st.
Mm-hmm.
So if we can reach that deadline, with the powers to be, I'm really at the mercy of the builder. My good friend, I'm not gonna say him yet because I'm gonna give him a nickname.
Yeah.
Right, I'm gonna give him a nickname. Like it's gotta be, I'm gonna give him like a nickname. I'm gonna figure it out. Like they're gonna be the official building company. I'm working on it.
Rusty Nail.
Right. These guys are, but it's happening. So the good news is that the Deadpool Deadpool and Wolverine movie premiere, the broadcast bus should be on location. You should be able to walk through it, see it work. Whether or not we'll broadcast before the movie, maybe not, but it'll be there for everyone to see.
We already got the grab bags, those nice little purse, whatever, man bags, whatever you want to call them. They're already on order, so they're going to be there and fill up the bus with those and be handing them out for your tickets.
I'm very excited. So it's coming up very quickly. We can't wait to be a part of it, and you to also be a part of it. But that's all I got. I'm going to biggity mouse on out of here today. We'll be back tomorrow. Sorry for the shortened version of the show today, but I do have an appointment that it just happens like that sometimes, ladies and gentlemen. But enjoy the rest of the hour. and the rest of the day here on Big Mama Radio. Remember, when that repo man comes for the car, don't forget to save the radio!